again. Yes, thanks today I'm Biafra land as the indigenous people of Biafra lose a member in hot, fresh attack. Yes, as the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa blows hot. Okay, yes, don't forget we are your Exposed News TV. Without further ado, we'll go into the details of this news. Alright, tensions have continued to rise in Biafra land as another violent confrontation between the security forces and members of the indigenous people of Biafra, of course, left one dead and several injured. The incident occurred in the early hours of the day and has further heightened an already volatile situation in the region. The latest clash took place in the outskirts of the Biafra land or Imo State, where some members were reportedly under attack from a joint task force of the Zoo Republic and police units. According to eyewitnesses, the forces ambushed the gathering of the members who were holding a meeting to discuss plans for future movements. While the full details still remain sketchy, it is confirmed that one member was found dead in the assault, with several others sustaining injuries. The identity of the disease has not yet been officially released, but the death has sent shockwaves through the Biafran community, with many accusing the government of launching a brutal crackdown on peaceful. Yes, but of course you know that nowadays we are not going with the peaceful. Yes, we are tired of going with the peaceful, as the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has decided to go back to back with this set of people, because of course it has come to that extent, it has reached that extent where it has to be taken seriously, and that is the truth of the matter. We continue with what is going on. Okay, as it dey be, this continue. The latest clash took place in the outskirts, and of course, one dead, the others injured. Local residents has described the scene as chaotic, with gunfire erupting without warning. A witness has said that we heard gunshots and saw people running in every direction. They were shooting and shouting. Everyone was scared, said a local who witnessed the attack from a distance. In response to the deaths, the leaders have called for immediate response across the region, condemning what they described as state-sponsored terrorism. My people, which is not a joke, this state-sponsored terrorism is what has been taking place in Biafra land. Yes, and tensions has run high in Olo, and it has remained high as residents brace for further unrest, because it is very, very heartbreaking. Yes, of course, the PM Simon Ekpa has also responded to what this has happened. He says in a fiery broadcast shortly after the attack, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, the controversial leader of the Biafra government in exile, lashed out at the Nigerian authorities and vowed retribution for the death of the member. Ekpa, who has gained a reputation for his hardline stance on Biafra's independence, condemned the government for what he called a cowardly and unprovoked attack on his people. He came out and said, of course, that this Black Day will not be forgotten. Ekpa declared in a live stream watched by thousands of his supporters, the blood of this fallen hero will not be in vain. The Zoo government must answer for their crimes. We will continue to resist this occupation, and we will not rest until Biafra is free. Ekpa's words have further inflamed on already tense atmosphere. Of course, that is what it is supposed to do, for him to know that, or for people to know that we are not going to give up or sit and watch these people do what they do. We are not going to sit down. He is not going to sit down and watch. with calls for revenge resonating among his followers both within and outside the region. His warning of escalated resistance has raised fears of more violent confrontations within the government. Of course, the comeback is going to be mad, and the Biafra Liberation Army is going to be on it on every level. Yes, my people, on that, the next video that is going to play, or the next audio you're going to hear, is going to be on everything that concerns the movement and all. So yes, my people, enjoy.
A divine arrangement to drag herself out because she has been flying all over the world as an important personality from a very tiny region which they call dots, and yet she has a zero contribution to whatever that is going on in that very space. And only this drag her out. And they didn't drag her out with the name of Raf Wazirike or our leader Mazam Dekan, but with the name of Yobatobi. And you can imagine the miraculous view and retweet she had. So I believe her sleep in that night it may not be like other days. She will sleep and be smiling that yes, I have 2 million or over maybe 3 million people are following and they listen to me. So it is costly to our PM. And another great news this evening is that terrorist has taken over Nigerian's highest training camp in Katangora, Niger State. There are three major training camps in Nigeria: Zaria, Katangora, and Jaji. And today, Katangora has fallen. And the residents and the government officials are raising alarm. So, where is the Nigerian mighty army to defend their base? Training camp in Katangora is taken over by terrorists. Thank you.
Thank you very much. They are looking for Simon Ekpa. Honorable Sonny, can you, highlight it on this thing? I posted it.
Yeah, I was looking for it before now. So more and more are going to come down. That is why the Prime Minister is actually unveiling the Nigerian funeral. So we start celebrating their funeral from now.
And thank you very much. And just as when we are on the funeral space, they are posting this for the very first time. We are having the funeral space.
The largest. So it means Zaria and the Jaji is nothing.
I think the next we will hear is that the NDA, the Defense Academy, has been taken down, and we will now hear that the Aso Rock has been taken over, and the drug lord has
have they not? I heard they have also taken over electricity in the north. The terrorists have taken electricity from them.
Oh my God. Nigeria funeral, here we celebrate. All right. FCO Kings, come up with your question, please.
Yes, so thank you, my ministers. Thank you, my information minister. Good evening, my Prime Minister, Meje Buago, Onyiro Sinodigonko. I call you the fourth man. Also, I call you the finisher. You know, the reason why they are after you is because they know that you know road, you know where you are going, and you know where you are leading us to. So that is the only reason why they are after you. And the promise that we are giving to them is that so we'll be laughing at them and we'll be rejoicing as they are picking the konkom. So my humble little question is, I know that the date of our convention is our declaration is 2nd December, but there was a post that you made. You mentioned on that post that it was on 3rd. So, but I don't know. You are. I don't know the reason why you made it, but it's best known to you. So I want you to give us a little clarification on that. Thank you, sir.
Our start on the 29th of November and end on the 3rd of December. Is that confusing?
Oh, okay, sir. I understand now, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, Evko, on this note, are you heading to Finland, or your information is just for those that will be going?
Yes, I just want a kind of little clarification. So I'm still working myself out. If it works, then I will know.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mazio Kunkwo or 4042. Over to you.
Good evening, my PM. I hope I'm coming out clear.
Day one watching it, we can hear you.
I greet you, our information ministers. Thank you for everybody in this space. Our PM, I want to ask you if it's is there anyhow we can, Biafra government can create online banking, just like PISA and level.
Mazio Kunkwo, hold on, because this has already been taken care of. Where are you? PM, please address him with the Biafran Bank.
Yeah, we have yes, of course. No, his question is actually valid. We have the crypto, the Biafra coin, but then we are going to unveil the Biafra Bank, the exact thing you are looking for, where you can, online banking is on the way. So now I think that is coming. The team working on that. It will be done, alongside with the convention. So keep your finger crossed. The Biafra online banking is coming. It's going to be live. I think immediately after the restoration, after the declaration. So yes, your question is different from the Biafra coin. So this is a Biafra complete bank, online banking, where you can have your debit card. You can use debit card and buy anything anywhere in the world. So that Biafra bank is coming live after the declaration. Thank you.
Thank you, our PM.
You have another question, Mazio Kunkwo?
Actually, I don't have. That is.
As a matter of fact, we're working on the license and the so just let it be that like that. We're working on the license already.
Okay, thank you, PM.
Thank you.
All right, we go to Biafra champion Buffalo. Over to you. Biafra champion Buffalo.
Yes, I am here. Good evening to you all. Good evening to my Honorable Prime Minister. Agujimbada Ucheze, one of Biafra land. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, we
First
can
of
hear
all,
you.
all right. Let me first, before my question, if I am permitted, I want to encourage our Prime Minister with this very song. Eze Batobie, Eze Amolo no Bijide Kwa Kahiji. Eze Batobie, Eze Amolo no Bijide Kwa Kahiji. N'ụmụ Biafra na-ekwu na ọ dị anyị mma, Dragon jide kwa aka iji, maka na ndị ile ekwelugo nọ na-eme na ndị ama ekwelugo nọ na-eme ndị ilo Biafra ekwelugo nọ na-eme, British abato ekwelugo nọ na-eme, Ahmed ekwelugo nọ na-eme Ahmed ekwelugo nọ na-eme, Tinubu Ahmed ekwelugo nọ na-eme, onye ori na-ebu ọgwụ ekwelugo nọ na-eme. Thank you very much. Let me stop it here. My Honorable Prime Minister, Akamudinenu, I throw away my cap. The only question I want to ask you this evening is for the latecomers, for the benefit of the latecomers. You told us in time past that everything you said, everything you do, that you are going to stand anywhere in the world to defend it, and we should hold you responsible for whatever you are doing. Nobody should attach it to any other person, that you are equal to the tax. Are you still telling us today that you are still standing on that particular statement? Please, my Prime Minister, for the benefit of those U-turners, those comebackers that have been gallivanting,
Have I deviated? I'm still the same.
I trust you, my PM. Thank you very much. My last question, please. In time past, there was a time you told us that na anyị ebuteghị ike mbute, ike Pentecost. I begin to wonder whether part of what we are experiencing today is part of that ike mbute, or are you just showing us preamble? Are we just seeing a tip of iceberg?
This is preamble. I can get through. I can make kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. We are still in the.
Hey, Odogu Kalilo Odogu. Elohim Goziagi. Akamu Dineno. I salute you, sir. God bless you.
I promise you that Obinze will fall. That was my promise. Obinze will fall.
Thank you, PM. At this very point, if you have followed up event and you know that MNK was kidnapped, and then the Prime Minister came up, he revamped the ESN that MNK set up, which the DOS had sold out all the weapons that we had to one Nigeria and sent many of them to Amnesty and collected money. And the PM had to start from scratch and then took many bullets. Then you had his name as the spokesperson of Biafra. Before you had him as the leader of autopilot, you had him as a Berima. You had him as a criminal. You had him as a small boy. You had him as that boy in Finland. And then in 2023, you saw a government unveiled. And then you saw all the arms of the government. You now saw the Biafra Defense Forces unveiled, who stands to defend the territorial integrity and the existence of the Biafran people. And today you still see that same government engaging the congressmen in America and doing wonders all over the world. And the restoration date for the declaration of Biafra has been fixed for 2nd December. This is not time you should be asking, are you still sure you're not going to fall back by the wayside? No. What you should be thinking of is what can you give to him to finish the job? So please, I want Biafrans to be acting as people that have been following this liberation to this very time, not as people that are just coming in. Chinemerem, over to you, please.
Thank you so much, Minister of Honorable Minister of Media and Communication. Thank you, our Prime Minister. I humble myself before you. Thank you so much for the great things you are doing. Pastor Van, I did not forget you, sir. I greet the house, I greet everybody, the listeners and honorables are in the house. Prime Minister, you said something this evening about if Ojuhu have, or if Biafrans have trust people that maybe that is representing them in US as of 1970 when the war was 1967 when the war was ongoing. If they have people, Biafra could have come today. So it made me to remember one of our Twitter guy that I'm not seeing now. His name is the first have the last. He made a comment when we are having some kind of discussion earlier last year. Was that last year? So he said that that maybe God knows something that God doesn't want Biafra to come as of that time, because if Biafra could have come that time, maybe Biafra could have been one of these corrupt countries of Africa. What do you say about this, my Prime Minister?
I don't understand your question. What is the question about?
Yeah, the question is, do you think that if Biafra have come since 1967 or 1970, could it be one of these corrupt African countries that we have today, or will we be? Are we going to be different if we have existed Nigeria as of that year?
Well, I believe that God knows the best. It was not the right time for Biafra to come. Biafra needed to know the importance of freedom. By that time, I don't think many people knows the importance of freedom. I don't know whether anybody knows what Ojukwu saw, which was the reason for the betrayal. Even today, it is happening, but at least the majority of Biafra and the entire world have come to understand the need for Biafra to stand as a nation. So that time, a lot of people don't know the importance of freedom, but today they know. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prime Minister. Thank you so much. I read the mic.
All right, thank you. We go to Obiora. Obiora, O2, over to you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My honorable PM, I just want to use this opportunity to say that I appreciate what you're doing, and that you're doing a very, very good job, because you're working through the ambit of law, and the battle suits you because you're so knowledgeable about what you're doing. Because I have to say the truth, I was skeptical sometime towards last year about it because of the preceding incident that occurred, people who came on board and didn't go through it through the legal means and the ambit of law as stipulated in the UN Charter and things like that. But you went through it, and you actually had a strategy, because that's the most important thing. If you want to succeed at anything you do in life, you must have a strategy, a structured strategy where you're going to work on. So, and I've been following, listening, watching what's going on, and there is one thing that resonated with me so much about this whole thing, because there is this famous quote that says that truth passes through three phases. The first phase of truth is that it is being ridiculed. It will be ridiculed. The second one is it will be violently opposed, and the third one it is accepted as being self-evident. The struggle started many years ago, which we all know that Ojukwu sowed the seed. But the way they went about it at that time was really wrong, because the laws were there or are still there on how to go about things that you want if you want to exit nation. Countries have exited nations. People have led the struggle. Wars has been fought violently, and no peaceful means to attain their freedom, because I feel it's either freedom or death comes to this. So, but what I'm saying is that what I want to say now is this: I just want everything that you are going to be doing and everybody that's going to be working with you, people, that must be based on one thing. It must be based on the principles of truth. It must be based on truth. Mind you, and you have to be forewarned, and I want to put it as a reminder to you as well, that you have to be forewarned. There are enemies within. You might probably not be conquered from outside. You might probably be conquered from inside. And if everything that you're going to be doing is built on nothing but truth, and everybody around you understand that it is either truth or you are out. If you're not in the boat to tell the truth, because I feel that the birth of Biafra is going to be a new civilization. It's going to be a birth of a new civilization. Because if at the end of the day, after all this fight, after all this struggle, after all these things we are doing, and we descend to the level of the state or the countries around us, which we are trying to, because for me, I think we're going to be a whole new example to what is possible in Africa. That should be the vision. So everybody that is on board, home or abroad, who is going to be part of the government, both in homeland and in exile, or who is going to be having a function or a responsibility to carry out, everything must be on truth. And for you to attain freedom, and for you to be successful, you have to be ruthless. You have to be ruthless. What I mean by being ruthless is this: whoever is not on the boat with you have to be thrown into the sea. But you have to be open and let people know this is what we are going to. This is what we are going to, so that everybody will know that yes, we are fighting. It's either we board our boat and get where we're going to, or we'll perish there. So we're going to fight to the last. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this: I want to commend you wholeheartedly for what you're doing, because it's not an easy task. You've dedicated yourself to this. And I also want to implore you that you ensure that you are being guided by the truth and nothing but the truth, because God in his infinite mercy will always protect you when he sees that you are being guided by the truth. And that truth, what I mean is for the interest and the protection of the people that you are fighting for. This is not about you. This is not about you. So the people that you are fighting for must see the reason why, must see the reason to always back and support you, to know that you are fighting for their cause. Because if there is some kind of the level of secrecy and people begin to doubt or question, what he's doing, because there is a whole lot of propaganda mess, whatever it is going on. He's cashing out with people, he's cashing out with the stupid folks. I know that people will come up with different things, but I just want to encourage you, and I also want to forewarn you to be aware of people you surround yourself with, and to also be guided by the truth and nothing by the truth in anything you're going to do. Because at the end of the day, we are going to be example of what's possible. And given your level of exposure and where you've been and things like that, you know that we can achieve what we see in Europe, what we see in Europe where we are, we can achieve that in the homeland and even better it, because we've got the resources, we're intelligent people, we're entrepreneurial in nature, we're hardworking people. We've got God has blessed us with everything that we need. So what the question now is, what are we going to do with what we have or what God has blessed us with? So I want to encourage you to be guided by the truth. Select people who are ready to work for the people, and then God will guide us and protect us, and hopefully we'll get to where we want to go to. Thank
Allow the
you.
BM to respond to your statement.
Yes, I want you to understand that those shouting about cashing out is what they have done in the Biafra struggle. I want you to look at where we started and where we are. These are people that were sitting in millions of dollars. There is no gun. There is no anything anywhere. It was just go out of the street, kill police, collect their gun. Nothing. Everybody know it. But we don't, the more that, the reason they are doing these things is so that we'll come and start talking. Everybody knows, if you have followed this struggle, you know what has happened in the past. But I'm not here for that. So those people that are shouting those nonsense are the people that were actually using the Biafra as a career. Today we have weapons, sophisticated weapons, and we have men. And we still need more. It is never enough. Even Ukraine is still looking for money to buy weapons. So our own is that with the little we have, we'll continue to buy and buy and buy to defend until we have our freedom and we have recognition. And then we'll continue to build our security and our military and our defense system. So defense is something that takes a lot of money. And of course, what they're trying to do is if somebody like me doesn't have iron skin, for example, they will do just like I've done every other person. They think that with that, I'm going to run and start hiding. I'm going to leave Biafra alone and Biafra struggle and they run away because, they're attacking me, they are calling me names and all that. No. I knew that is going to be what they would do. And I was prepared. I came prepared. That's why if you are a woman, you come to leave your house and your husband and some come to attack Ekpa, I will give it to you. I don't look that you are a woman, because if you come to attack me, it means your womanhood has been removed. I would just treat you like every other person. If you want to be gentle and respect yourself, I will respect you. This is a struggle that have taken human lives. I don't know whether you understand that. So anybody can say anything. It's not my business. What we are doing is in the public. There is nothing to hide. I don't hide anything except some agreement with notable people and government that I don't need to make public. But those who want me to make whatever we are dealing with them public, I make it public. This is a struggle for freedom, for Christ's sake. There is nothing to hide. We are not doing the thing that we say, if I say it now, you go and block it. If you block it, it means that it never meant to work in the first place. So everything we are doing today is in the public. The only thing that is not in the public is something that has to do with security of our people, and of course, something that has to do with international security and contact. Then it's not going to be a problem. But anything that has to do with this Biafra, how to get Biafra, how to defend our land, it is in the public. We're not hiding it. So you judge by yourself. So anybody coming to say Simon Ekpa be open or Simon Ekpa, the person is not telling himself or herself truth. What open do you want me to be? You want me to tell you how I sleep and snore in my bed? Before you know, I'm telling you the truth. I don't. You know, if you that's what you're expecting, my brother, you wait till that can come. But anything that has to do with this Biafra, you are going to have it. It is in the public domain. So you can judge what if you have followed this particular space from the beginning, you can judge from what other people have done in the past and what we are doing today. And then you can be the judge. From that, if you are convinced, you join. If you don't convince, we'll wait for you somewhere where we'll use tax. We'll use taxation to barb your hair. Thank you for not supporting Biafra.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
PM.
Mhm.
PM.
Mhm.
Do you know we have at least best air defense system than Iran?
They don't have idea.
Israel went to Iran and came back with testimony. And Nigeria will come to us and and they go back with the lamentation.
They don't have idea. They don't have idea of that. They don't have idea.
All right, we go to Veteran Dragon.
Good evening.
Two.
Yeah, thank you, my Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Akbarawa, Honorable Akbarawa. Thank you so much. And the Deputy Minister, Raphael, I salute you. I salute all the ministers on space. My Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, I salute you. I stand in attention and I salute you in the military way. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I didn't listen to your opening speech, so I will go back later to listen to what you said. There is something I want to mention. I've never shivered or worried or bothered either during the Civil War or now, but there was a time I really shivered in this struggle, and I want to mention it. That was when you said you were looking for 20 million votes. The thing really bothered me. I said, where are we going to get 20 million votes? I said, why didn't you ask for, since we were trying to match 4 million, why didn't you ask for 7 million, 8 million? You asked for 20 million votes. Hey, that thing really pushed me. I was very, very uncomfortable. But alas, at the end, we are having over 50 million votes mandating you to go on and give us Biafra. 50 million votes. You really surprised me. You really surprised me. And I want to sing a song, which is a familiar song you've been singing. Let me just sing it because after you announced 50 million votes, I said, wow, you are too much. And God is with you. Onene